In this video, we're going to introduce different types of clauses. We've already seen complementizer phrases and complementizers, but let's dig a little bit more into what types of clauses they can introduce. So in the example here, I have John said that he liked Mary. Okay, we have a matrix clause, which contains the main verb as well as pretty much everything in the sentence. So our biggest clause is our matrix clause. John said that he liked Mary. And then within the matrix clause, we have a subordinate clause or an embedded clause. That he liked Mary is a CP that is within the matrix clause. Therefore, it is embedded or subordinate. I usually use the word embedded. Some people use the word subordinate. Embedded really makes sense because you're sticking another clause inside a clause. You're embedding it. Okay, so what types of clauses are there? The first type are the Sentential Subject clauses. So these are CPs that function as subjects of sentences. So that cats are evil surprised cat lovers. Okay, that cats are evil is a CP, but it acts as if it's the noun phrase of the sentence, so the subject of the sentence. For instance, you could say, Jeff surprised cat lovers. You could replace the whole thing with a noun phrase subject. What about formaldehyde shocked everyone? Again, so if we just take a look at the sentence, we have our verb, we have our object, so this must be the subject. And typically, there is a noun phrase or determiner phrase there. We could say, the clown shocked everyone. Therefore, we know it's functioning as our subject. It just happens to be that it is a complementizer phrase. Those are sentential subjects. Another type of clauses are adjunct clauses. I will leave when I'm ready. So again, this is a CP. We're going to say that when is our C here. And I will leave when I'm ready. So this whole clause, when I'm ready, is modifying leave. It's telling us when they'll leave. It's not an argument of leave, it's just telling us when they'll leave. Okay, we went to Nara to see the deer. Okay, to see the deer, again, this is a infinitive, but it's still a CP, it just doesn't have an overt complementizer. We went to Nara to see the deer. So to Nara is the complement of went, but to see the deer is a modifier of went. It tells us why we went somewhere. We went to Nara to see the deer. We went to see the deer. Okay. What about while eating tacos? While eating tacos, this is another CP. While is our complementizer. I marked the exams. While eating tacos, I marked the exams. When did I do the marking? While eating tacos. Modifying marking. That's why these are adjunct clauses. It's because these CPs are modifying something in the sentence. They're not obligatory. They are just modifying the verb in the sentence. Another type of clause is the complement clause, and we've already seen this. I hope that you do well. Hope is a verb that selects a CP as a complement. He claimed that he did terrible. Once again, claimed is a verb that selects a CP as a complement. But I know we did okay. Know is a verb that selects a CP as a complement. So very straightforward. They're just complement clauses. Other words like believe, I demonstrated them in my last video, so you can actually check them out there. Let's introduce infinitival clauses. Infinitival clauses are kind of special because they start with this infinitival to, and then what follows is always the bare form of a verb that doesn't have any tense information at all. I want to see, I want to believe, I want to jump, I want to go somewhere, I want to eat something. Our infinitival will always look like this form, to and then a verb followed by it. Let's take a look at our structure for this. I want to see. I put all the way down to the embedded clause. So let me just circle that embedded clause here in orange. And the question is, well, what is this thing that I put under T, this plus infin? inf, plus Infinitival. This is like putting the word to there. But it's just an infinitive marker. We can put to if we want to put the word to there. I like to put plus inf as a feature, because then we also know there's no past or present tense on it. We also know there's no modal there as well. And this is just realized as to. So I want to see blah, blah, blah. In this case, we have to. Generally, we don't have anything as our subject DP. So this to does not allow us to have a subject within the infinitival clause. Okay, this is a little bit more complicated of a tree, but really, this example just demonstrates exactly how these infinitival clauses work. So if you ever have to draw an infinitival clause, you just open up a new complementizer phrase like you would before, but then when we get to the tense information, we put an infinitive in there. We put the infinitive to, and then we don't have any morphology on our verb. So we just have the bare form of the verb see. And then the performance can go under DP just like before. So that's the infinitival clause. One more type of clause. And these clauses are a little bit more complicated, so we'll avoid drawing trees for them now because we do need the notion of movement, which we don't have yet. We can say the dog that chased the cat ate dinner. And in this example, this whole CP, that chased the cat, is a modifier of the noun. Okay, relative clauses modify nouns. So in the second example, I love the man who gave me free lunch. This is a CP that modifies the noun man. That is a relative clause. We've actually seen really all the important types of clauses that you'll need in this course, or this lecture series at least. We all draw them in the same way. These relative clauses, they're a little bit more complicated, so we won't draw these yet, but in the future we will. But all the other ones, we should be able to draw. So for instance, the complement clauses, we've already seen these before. The adjunct clauses, we just treat it as an adjunct on the verb. Leave when I'm ready. So we have a V bar, another V bar, and then we just put the CP as an adjunct, and then we'd have leave as the head. What about with sentential subjects? Well, when we have a TP, and we go to a T bar and a T, and then a VP as a complement, we just have a CP as the specifier of TP. That cats are evil is just a CP that is the subject of the sentence. So with this, you should be able to draw all the trees without really me needing to show you examples. If you do want examples, I can create another video with exercises. Leave that in the comment if you want that. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and I'll do my best to answer them.